Welcome to Positively Las Vegas, a look at the good things happening around the valley. I'm Colina Estrinos. For the next 30 minutes, we're going to share the latest stories that showcase the reasons why we love Las Vegas. That means the people, the businesses, and all the activities that make the valley a great place to live. We'll also share fun things to do in Las Vegas each week.
Well, scoring a great meal for a great price while also supporting Black-owned businesses. For the first time now ever, Black Restaurant Week is expanding to Las Vegas, and it starts today. And 13 Action News anchor Ross DiMattei now joins us live with what you need to know to enjoy some really good food, Ross.
That's right, Todd. This is essentially a free marketing campaign for these Black-owned restaurants, and it really just started today. And a lot of these restaurants, all they have to do to participate is to offer some sort of special deal over the next 9 days. Now, I talked to the founder of Black Restaurant Week, and she tells me that historically, Black restaurant owners have dealt with inequities when it comes to starting those restaurants. So she's really hoping that this campaign will give them just a little extra help during these tough times.
It's a crispy cauliflower spiced up with the shawarma spices. The sauce is a tahini sauce, which is very famous in the Middle Eastern food. It's based of sesame seed and lemon. It's acidic, it's nutty, it's really, really cool with some fresh salad on it. It's called salata baladi.
All right, who's hungry? For $14, you can enjoy this Egyptian masterpiece at Potts in Las Vegas, courtesy of chef and owner Iman Hagag, but only during Black Restaurant Week.
Full honesty, I cannot speak for the experience of Black restaurant owners or Black chefs in totality, but also my husband and my babies are African American, so just a little, I can relate. So I was honored when I got represented. Not to add that Egypt is in Africa.
Hagag says the pandemic has been hard on her business, but so is getting it off the ground, given her background as a first-generation female immigrant from Africa.
Hard time? The horrible time. This is really, really, really hard. Before we started, we had to grassroots and ask family and friends to kind of support our dreams. But going to the bank without a whole history of mortgage and auto loan and all of those, and for an immigrant, for you to build this kind of portfolio for the bank is a pain.
Difficulty finding financial backing is a struggle many Black restaurant owners can relate to, and it's why Fallon Farrell started Black Restaurant Week in 2016.
A lot of times Black-owned restaurateurs are funding their restaurant from their personal savings, loans that have potentially higher rates, as well as personal credit cards. So when we really talk about cash flow and capital, they're already kind of starting really behind the curve a little bit.
Farrell has recruited some pretty powerful corporate sponsors. She's hoping that the free pub will help prop up some struggling restaurants in Las Vegas while connecting the community with the flavors of African and Caribbean cuisine.
Food is always a common connector of culture and people. And so that's really where this project speaks to. It's just a way for us to highlight our culture, and we're just doing that through food.
Now, you are going to have to act quickly if you want to take advantage of this deal. Black Restaurant Week only lasts until March 21st. And by my count, Potts was about one of 5 restaurants here in Las Vegas that's participating this year. And if you want to learn about all the different restaurants that are participating in the different deals, we're going to provide a link on our website at ktnv.com. Todd?
Yeah, Ross, so on that note, real quick, if other Black-owned restaurants are seeing this right now and want to get involved, what can they do about it?
Yeah, I'm really glad you asked me about that. The founder of Black Restaurant Week says that she's expanding as quickly as she possibly can, but it is a lot of work, so there's a lot of room for growth, and she's hoping to add as many restaurants in the near future as possible. I'll also provide some contact information if you want to reach out and participate. If you're a Black-owned restaurant, we'll put that up on our website again, ktnv.com. Todd, back to you.
Officially a year into the pandemic, and Fremont Street Experience is preparing for a big increase in visitors, pointing to a rebound for the Las Vegas tourism industry. The Fremont Street Experience is looking to hire Slotzilla ride operators, sales associates, custodians, security, and more. All of this to prepare for what they say will be a busy summer. They'll have a job fair later this month. A new report by the Nevada Resort Association shows the pandemic set the state's employment levels back a decade and caused $105 billion in losses. But with more people getting vaccinated and a decrease in the spread of COVID, the president of the association says those are all positive signs for the future of Las Vegas.
We believe that there's pent-up demand from both leisure and business travelers. So people want to return to Las Vegas, and there are certain experiences that are only offered here. And we are very encouraged that people's confidence to travel is increasing, and they're booking trips for later in the year.
A reminder, masks are required for all visitors while visiting Fremont Street, and only those 18 or older can visit after 9 p.m. That job fair will be held on March 25th. Links to apply will be on our website, ktnv.com. I'm Kelsey McFarland, 13 Action News.
Big sales equals big commissions. Home prices in Nevada, they are now setting new records as the supply continues to shrink. So that means that rare opportunities for you to get top dollar out of your home. And as reporter Austin Carter now explains, well, many people, some from other states even, are jumping right now at the chance to get their cut.
And since the start of the pandemic, the local housing market has more so been aligned with some of those national trends. But locally, those record prices may be giving folks a thought about turning a record paycheck for themselves.
Real estate has always kind of been a hobby for me. I spend the majority of my times on the weekends looking at open houses.
Gerald Kimball recently relocated to Las Vegas from Birmingham, Alabama due to work. And he couldn't help but notice what's been going on with the local real estate market.
Things are consistently rising here. It's an exciting time to be in the market here in Las Vegas.
Gerald just finished up training to get his real estate license at Key Realty School.
The inventory is really low, so fast as things go on the market, you have multiple offers, so it is definitely a seller's market.
Chief Operating Officer of the school, Mike Federwitz, says Gerald's story is a familiar one as of late.
I've been extremely busy, more than usual, just based on the fact that we get a lot of people who want to come in from other states right now.
About 100 students come through Key Realty School to get licensed every month. According to Las Vegas Realtors, in February, the median home price for single-family homes in southern Nevada was $355,000. Now, this breaks an all-time record set last November, and since then, it's remained unchanged until now. And despite the pandemic, it's just over a 12% increase from February of last year.
They're never shy in telling me their reasons for coming to the state of Nevada, but I do think property values have a little bit to do with that.
And Las Vegas Realtors also reports that the number of homes available for sale is below the 6-month supply of what's considered a balanced market. Now, that makes things a little bit better for those who are trying to sell, but makes things more competitive for sales agents. I'm Austin Carter, 13 Action News.